Hey guys, well, I'm trying to get a prerequisite video sort of done to explain the bug out scenarios coming up. First one is going to be with the large pack. Basically everything you could possibly imagine you'd want. Um, Shovel, tools, snowshoes, and loaded for bear. Um, and then what I'm going to try to do when I get back, if there's still time, is I'm going to pull out a couple days, and remember this is still winter, and do a lighter loadout of more of a get home bag, 72-hour bob situation, which is more of what you generally see on YouTube. Just the simple little book bag, day bags, where everyone's got 30 different nooks and crannies shoved inside of a Altoids tin. Um, what I don't see is most people out practicing with that gear in the middle of winter, and that's where the zombie forums comes in, where they encourage you to practice what you preach. I said in a previous video, hopefully this won't be quite as dark as the my realistic bug out video, but this is just kind of a pre-done video of kind of what was going on. There's over 10 days of food in here. We're basically loaded for bear. Scenario is going to basically mimic a typical style bug out for me, where I'm going to use my vehicle the first day to kind of jump off point to get closer to the wilderness, within at least 12 miles, and then we're going to ditch the vehicle, preferably try to camo it, and then we're going to wander into the woods for a day or so. I am going to continue to carry all the food and all the things with me, so stay tuned. There are going to be some things that you will not see. Depending on your scenario is going to depend on what sort of firearm you want to take, whether China's invading and you've got your AR and your full battle loadout, or it's zombie apocalypse. More than likely, it's more of a food procurement, which means I'm going to take an AR-7, fold-up 22, but you won't see these. This is also my critter getter setup that I'm unpacking from my bag. Basically conibears, yo-yo traps, wire snares, they've all been seasoned, fishing kit, that sort of critter getter kit. I will not be taking for legality reasons, simply because I don't have any permits for that. So there will be no live trapping or anything like that. So critter getter setup is staying home for food procurement, but I've got over 10 days of food that I'll go over in the first day. Alright, a quick overview. I'm not going to go exactly step by step, but very side, basically sustainment pouches on here are going to hold 2 things of food. I will do that separately. It's mostly all freeze-dried. Simply, I don't want MREs or anything with water content because it's going to freeze and it's a whole lot heavier. So mostly it's all Thrive freeze-dried products and a few other dried things that I've kind of tossed in here. Outside pack. Medical pack. See my video for Wildland Fire, IFAK. That'll pretty much cover that. This top compartment has my cook cup. It has a hammock in it, a bug net for the head that I can use to help melt ice and snow, and some liquid alcohol fuel. Top pouch here is kind of my main kitchen and water. We're using a SteriPen and the Camelback tactical pump. I also have cigar and some tequila with the kitchen in there. This one over here is going to be toilet paper and fire starting. This here is the actual Tri-Caldera cook set. I will here's something in the background. I'll put a video up, or link up here for the Tri-Caldera. Basically, I can burn Esbit cubes, alcohol, and of course wood. In here is sort of the personal pouch, all your hygiene products. I've got a notebook journal that I use for some of the video stuff, and you know, your toothpaste, all that soaps and all that kind of good stuff. This pouch over here is going to remain empty for things that I can gather along the way. When I get to higher elevation, I expect to find some fat wood and a few other things. Right now I'm in sort of a transition forest where it's junipers, but the junipers are very large and very tall, unlike the high desert area where they're kind of short, squatty, and very twisted. There's a few pines around here which I don't see directly, but we're going to get on top of this butte, and we're going to camp the first night away. I'm going to consider it to be a cold camp. We will not have a fire. I will heat some food up with an Esbit or some alcohol, and it's getting dark, so I don't know how much I'll film of the first night out. But it's basically, we took the truck here, so we're going to simulate that. The first night, basically, you either got to an impassable road, you ran out of gas, you had a vehicle breakdown. So your first night out, vehicle's done. From here on out, for the next 2 days, will be on foot only. Sustainment pouch, I have GPS on the side down here. I have the multi-tool Maxpedition. Top lid is electronics, basically Goal Zero setup. Again, I don't know how much you guys want me to go through all this, but you know, in the main compartment, it's mostly going to be clothes. I have a climbing rope. Here's my harness and ATCs in there. I have 2 dry bags full of clothing, so extra socks, underwear in one, sort of pants and a few other things. Right now I'm in the middle of changing over to more of a BDU setup for the wilderness and ditching my civilian clothes. In the very top in the middle, I've got 2 Wiggies pack boots that we're going to be testing out this winter. So the only things, and then in the very bottom I've got a little bit more clothes, and it's mostly sleeping bag that's in taking up most of that space. Right now what I'm getting ready to do is I'm strapping on 2 snowshoes, my snow shovel, and my Wiggies ground pad. So it's quite a bit of gear, but it's a quick rundown. Let me know if you want me to go over it more. This is going to be sort of a pre-bug out and day 1 explanation of what we're doing. Alright, getting everything packed up here. I'll quickly go over food bags. 2 food bags on each side. We have 5 cups of 2 different types of trail mix. One has more chocolate, the other one has more nuts and fruit, basically. I have 5, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different peanut butter cups and 5 different Cliff Bars in each one of those. I have several meals of my own freeze-dried foods, stews that I've made up. I can go over those in a different video if you want. I've got tons of videos on Thrive, but basically design your own stew. I have 10 packets of oatmeal. I could have 2 every morning or split it up and just do 1 in the morning. You'll see I've got some other stuff. I do have tortillas in here that I bought shortly before. That could be substituted for other stuff. Some Ritz cheese crackers, some Snickers, protein bars. Up here I have various hot sauces, hot chocolates, coffees, good stuff like that. In the other bag that fits in the other side of the pack, we have about 2 to 3 cups of a Bannock mix I've got here. In here I've got 5 tuna packets and 5 cheese packets for 5 boxes of macaroni and cheese. That could easily be divvied up into a 10 portion meal. In here I have black bean, quinoa. I have lentils. Up here is freeze-dried pomegranate yogurt. It's very bright, powerful to kind of help with the bland food that you may run into. Same with the buffalo pretzels, kind of a hot sauce to help break up that blandness for a midday snack. Stuff I can add to the oatmeal or just eat as a trail snack is freeze-dried blueberries and pineapple. And then this is a 2 cup of the curry mix. It's also a freeze-dried Thrive product. It's an already mixed everything. It's got a seasoned packet in there. And this is probably 2 to 3 actual meals when it's all said and done. Same here, you got barbecue chicken. The chicken is already in here. It's all freeze-dried. It's very lightweight. I've got some instant brown rice, and that's going to be in the other one. So clearly I have way more than 7 to 10 days food if I needed to, but if I need a high calorie 4 to 5 meals a day, then I've got that.